Ever wondered what the real difference is between a troll and an ogre? They're both big, scary monsters from European folklore, right? Well, yes and no. Today, we diving deep into the fascinating world of mythical giants to finally settle the score: trolls versus ogres. Let's get started. First up, let's talk origins. Trolls are straight out of Norse and Scandinavian mythology. Think ancient, rugged landscapes of Norway and Sweden. They were originally seen as chaotic, nature-dwelling beings, almost like spirits of the wilderness. Ogres, on the other hand, have a more literary background. The word ogre was popularized in France by authors like Charles Perrault in tales like Puss in Boots and Hop o' My Thumb. So, while trolls are rooted in ancient folk belief, ogres are more of a fairy tale creation, a villain crafted for a story. Now, what do they look like? This is where it gets interesting. Traditional trolls from folklore aren't all the same. Some are described as gigantic, ugly creatures with long noses and shaggy hair, almost blending into the rocky mountainsides. Others are smaller, more like goblins, living underground or in forests. A famous trait? They often turn to stone in sunlight. Ogres are usually depicted more consistently. Imagine a brutishly large, powerfully built humanoid with an unnervingly ugly face and often a weird skin color, like green or gray. They don't have that sunlight weakness. They're just monstrously strong and intimidating, day or night. What about brains versus brawn? In this category, ogres usually have the upper hand, surprisingly. While they're often portrayed as gluttonous and cruel, many fairy tale ogres are also cunning and wealthy. They live in castles and possess magical items. They might be outsmarted by a clever hero, but they aren't completely mindless. Trolls, especially the classic mountain trolls, are famous for being incredibly dim-witted. They are easily tricked and rely purely on their immense strength. You wouldn't ask a troll to solve a riddle, but you might have to solve one to get past them, like in the story of the three billy goats Gruff. Finally, let's look at their behavior and what they eat. This is where they find some common ground. Both have a notorious appetite for humans. Ogres are particularly famous for this, with stories often revolving around them wanting to feast on children. Their defining characteristic is their insatiable hunger. Trolls can also be man-eaters, but their behavior is broader. They're often territorial guardians of places like bridges or mountains. They can be mischievous, hostile, or sometimes just want to be left alone. Their threat is more about trespassing on their domain, whereas an ogre might actively hunt you down for dinner. So, to recap, trolls are ancient, nature-bound creatures from Scandinavian lore, often dim-witted and turned to stone in the sun. Ogres are fairy tale brutes from French literature, more cunning, and known for their appetite for people. While both are giants of folklore, they come from very different worlds. One is a spirit of the wild, the other a monster from a storybook. Which one do you find more terrifying? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this mythological deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.